I think it's the energy right now with the young guys. And, John and I have had an awful lot of conversations about these kids and about the passion for the game and setting the foundation and all that. And when you see that the fact that not only did they show up in shape, but they also showed up, they had their heads in their frickin' books, man. Okay, and when John starts going quads empty on the first day and the defensive backs know what the proper adjustment is, it's pretty freaking cool. And that's what we're juiced about.
Well, it's been exciting, like Mike just said. You got to really be impressed with Farrell and Max Crosby and Quentin Bell, the three young defensive ends that we brought in here. Their roles are different. They have versatility. They can go do a number of different things. So I'm really, really excited about that. Trayvon Mullen has come in here and proven that he's going to be a competitor to win a job here. Montez Burfict is going to be the straw that stirs the drink. I mean, he's going to be a big part of this defense, calling it, making adjustments. We're hoping Brandon Marshall can be a associate of his. And when you put Tyre Whitehead into that group, we feel like we've improved a position that we have really struggled at over the years. There's never been any restrictions with Derek. I thought Derek was unbelievable last year in some really tough situations. We've got a brand new receiving corps. We've got a new tight end, new feature back. We got a new right tackle, a new left guard. We got a lot of change around him, hopefully for the better. But he has done a great job, not only with the system, he's done a great job leading the group. He's had those players at his place in Fresno. He's clearly established himself as not only an excellent quarterback, but a premier leader on this team.
We've got two names on the PUP. Denzel Good had lower back surgery 5 weeks ago. Prognosis is plus or minus 2 months from around right now. And then on NFI, non-football injury, Keith Smith, you guys all saw that recently. He had a left knee, and again, don't have a prognosis, but that's nowhere near a season-ending injury. That's it for now.
I don't know. Doss is one of my favorite guys. I get all fired up talking about this guy. He can play all three positions. He might be as smart as any young receiver I've been around. Now, can he make the plays? Can he get away from Conley? Can he get away from our corners, our top-flight guys? We'll see. But he's going to get a lot of playing time in the preseason. He can play split end, flanker, or in the slot. He's going to contribute on special teams. And what do I like about undrafted free agents? I don't know. I like Rich Gannon. I like a lot of these guys that come up the hard way with a chip on their shoulder. We've got a number of those guys in this camp that are going to be fun to watch. And really going back to what Mike said, the last 4 practices with the rookies has allowed them to catch up mentally where they can get in the huddle on offense or defense and handle the multiple adjustments that you have to handle in this league. So we're excited about our young guys. Well, we think it's going to be competitive. We didn't bring Mullen in here for any other reason. We want to see Conley stay healthy, first of all, and establish himself. Yep. And we think he's got a huge amount of talent. He just has had some unfortunate things happen. Like to see Worley have an injury-free couple months. Really excited to see Mullen and Isaiah Johnson and Nick Nelson. I want to continue to hammer the second-year players. Mm-hmm. Nick Nelson was one of the bright spots in Alameda during the off-season program, so we're anxious to see all those guys.
Where did he land, by the way?
I don't know. I guess around here.
Did he land? Is he here?
Apparently he's landed.
Is he okay? That's all I want to know. I expect a lot more drama from number 84. I really do. I told Antonio, try not to yell at Derek. Yell at me when you have a problem. Then he started yelling at me. I said, don't yell at me, yell at Olson. He's the offensive coordinator. He's a fun guy to be around, man. I expected a little bit more than a hot air balloon. I thought he might jump out of an airplane and parachute here himself, but he's going to add a lot of life to this organization at a position where, obviously, we need some explosive plays. Well, obviously, we have to execute and come together. We have to form an identity. We want to be a physical, versatile football team that can adapt to any situation. We want to be a tough team. We want to be a smart team. We want to take a lot of pride in the details. We have Phil Villapiano and some of our veteran alumni coming in here this weekend. You'll see George Atkinson running around here. We'd like to get back to the Oakland Raiders of years past, and hopefully our players can learn what it is to be a Raider and the commitment that it takes to be an excellent football team. I think it'll be there, and we got to get a lot of new relationships formed, and that's the goal. That's why we're here.
I can just tell you that at practice, when he catches a quick slant and gets vertical and goes, it's rare to see grown men in the NFL look at each other and just start giggling and laughing. And it happens almost every day in practice. I mean, he just does something, and grown men that have been around the league for years look at each other. And I think what it also does is the young guys get to see how a all-pro potential Hall of Famer actually practices on a daily basis. And if you're a young guy and you look at that, you better understand what it takes.
And I just don't want to overshadow Tyrell Williams either. I mean, he's cut from the same cloth, just quiet. Doesn't jump out of balloons and hot air things. But hopefully he doesn't learn that from Antonio. But, you know, we have some life at that position. I think it's really helped our secondary, listening to Carl Joseph and some of the veterans back there. It's elevated their practice habits. They don't want to look bad. They want to beat these guys. You know, they want to go out there. They understand if we can cover these guys, we can cover anybody. And I think that competition is something that the Raiders are used to around here, something we're getting back to, and you better come ready to practice or you're going to look bad. Some of these guys can really make you look bad, and I think it's going to be great for both sides.